I thought I was prepared for this. I was just thinking it's going to be just like, you know, your weekend motorcycling, but longer. No, not this. 2,200 miles. The weather, the people. I mean, I didn't have rain gear until the last day of this ride, until 90 miles outside of Milwaukee. No, I wasn't prepared for this.
Southwest ride, head back to Milwaukee to celebrate 115 years and build the best damn motorcycle in the world.
Day one. Started in San Diego. Beautiful day. As we're setting up our cameras to film, we got left in the dust. It set the tone that these guys are here to ride. This isn't a joke. This isn't some sort of put up for social media kind of thing. This is the real deal. So I rode out, alone. Here I am, the biggest ride of my life, 2,286 miles of asphalt and sunshine, a 9-day journey from San Diego, California to Milwaukee, Wisconsin, an unorganized ride with a bunch of Harley-Davidson enthusiasts. I don't really know what to expect. I don't know what I want to get out of this, but right away this is definitely not what I thought it would be. My first lesson. I had a lot to learn.
Tell me a little bit more about the fast things.
There's something about really fast things, big motors, airplanes, hearing the airplanes, seeing these giant motors and just watching them cruise across the sky. I mean, it's incredible. Who wouldn't think that's cool? As a kid, I mean, I would take bikes, tricycles, you name it, skateboards down the biggest hill I could find, and sure, I'd eat shit and fall, but I kept doing it. And, you know, one day my dad called me Speedy, and it just made sense. My life is pretty structured, and I keep it that way. You know, it's pretty organized. I'm a motorsports adventure photographer.
Is this ride home going to test you beyond where you've ever been tested?
I don't know if I'd be that dramatic about it.
Ha, I had no idea. 1 month before the ride, we recorded that interview in the cozy confines of my garage in Austin. I really didn't even know what the hell I was getting into.
You ever been part of a production like this before?
No.
But here we are, day 2. Let's try this again. Okay, we're off. This time with the group. It's not that I don't fit in with these riders. It's just I've never done this before. I have a ton of respect for this type of riding. Long distance, hundreds of miles, big bikes. But it's kind of hard to understand what it means to do something like this. What I do know is that everyone out here must be doing it for a reason.
The reason why you're getting out there and doing those rides, you're doing 200-300 mile rides. Why? You love motorcycling. What does it feel like when you're out there? Why do you do it?
You know, once you get a bike and you love it, you just can't not do it anymore. It's like part of your DNA, your bloodstream. You just do it all the time.
Yeah, it's a passion. You know, we all have new bikes. We take very good care of our bikes. We tweak them to be more personal to who we are and what we want.
Yeah, the bike I'm riding right now was actually my best friend's. He was 2 years ago now. He got glioblastoma, inoperable, incurable brain tumor, and he passed away. And his he had 2 bikes. This one wasn't his primary bike, but I bought it from his widow, and that's why it says Cowboy on it. It's
So what does it feel like to be able to ride Cowboy's bike now when you get to take it out?
he's with me every time I ride.
Sounds like there may be some rain on the way back. Do you ride through it? Do you put on gear? Do you stop and wait? What do you do?
So we may get soaking wet riding down the hill, but as soon as we get out of pace and go south, you're going to dry out.
Yes, you may get a little bit wet, but we got great sunshine most of the time, comfortable temperature. You just dress for it.
You just dress for it. Of course I don't have rain gear. Why would I need that? I told the producer before we left, we'll just stop or something. Forget the 400 miles we need to travel today. We didn't stop. We rode. Into the rain, through the rain, and out the other side. To top it all off, I thought it'd be really authentic to camp along the way. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. This is crazy. Maybe it is, but I'm finding myself or something like that. It is Wednesday, about 11:30 at night. Day 2. I'm here camping just outside of Grants, New Mexico. I mean, I'm currently dry, but I wasn't a couple of hours ago. Today was a day where I had a lot of time to think and really reflect on, what am I doing out here? Why am I here? And, where is this going? You think about the people that mean most to you. So I'm thinking about my partner, Megan. I'm thinking about my dog. I'm thinking about every little piece to life. Like everything makes a little bit more sense when you have time to kind of piece it all together in your head, If this trip continues to be or is as good as today, we're in for a hell of a ride, and I can't wait. For me, Harley riders were intimidating. I always thought of them as badass dudes that had been riding for years with loud bikes and patches of conquered milestones in their vests. I didn't know what they'd think of me. Skinny jeans and earbuds and no patches. Then I met Manuel Huerta. It's day 3 and I'm starting to discover that there's an open sense of family and community that I didn't expect. I can't really explain it, but as Manuel and I ride old Route 66 through the heart of the Southwest from New Mexico to Texas, I get this goosebump, hair-raising sensation of spirituality. I feel it in the landscape, the red clay, the smoky hills, the empty veins of dried rivers, the canyons of our ancestors, of gods and generals. History runs deep in the blood of this wild place. I feel it in the connection between me, the bike, and the road. I feel it in Manuel, and even though we've never ridden together before this moment, I feel like we have an unspoken language. There are reasons that we're all here on this ride, this trek for enlightenment. I'm still trying to find mine, but this is certainly part of it.
What is it about, just being out there on the road? What do you like about that?
What I like about the motorcycle, especially Harley, doesn't matter where you are from, the language, the age. As soon as you ride a motorcycle, it's like a family, You can be from Germany or Mexico or the United States, and once you are in that group, all the windows are open to meet new people from wherever the world it is.
Absolutely, the sense of community.
Yes.
Yeah, I hear you with that. What's one of the longer rides you've done?
This is the longest.
Same. So this is my personal longest ride.
I'm gonna have, by the time I get home, 6,000 miles on this trip.
On this trip?
On only this trip.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
And how much bigger is this trip than every other trip you've been on?
The most I done probably 1,000. Yeah.
So this is significantly larger than any ride you've done. me, I'm out here because the adventure, it's 2,200 miles. It's pretty crazy long. Why are you out here?
I recommend it to anybody. It's therapy. I'm a combat vet. I came back from Iraq. Had some issues, and riding a bike is just phenomenal for me.
Oh man, I feel that my soul gets bigger, happier, more complete. It's a sensation that I think every human being must feel at least once in its life, you know.
Traveling to the home of America's most iconic motorcycle maker, the birthplace of riding, Mecca. Me and thousands of other riders with the same end destination, all with different goals. When we started, I knew I might not have the same lifestyle as everyone out here. The things we do off the road couldn't be more different. But out here, your views and opinions, political and social bend, whatever other bullshit you carry with you, it doesn't matter. Because it's not what defines you. It's not what makes us who we are. This trip isn't about riding a motorcycle a really long distance. I'm learning that it's so much more. There is no place that I discovered this feeling of belonging and understanding more than Blip Roasters in the West Bottoms of Kansas City, Missouri. Who knew that my chance encounter with Blip owner Ian Davis and its faithful patrons on day 6 in KCMO would turn out to be everything I always wanted in a Sunday morning? We're on a 2,200-mile journey to Milwaukee from San Diego. We've seen a lot of cities, we've stopped a lot of places. Coming to Kansas City, and we found Blip. There's a huge motorcycle scene here.
We just decided to start meeting every Sunday for coffee, and it started with about 4 people and has kind of organically developed into what it is now. It's referred to as Blip Sunday Church.
The difference in types of people and types of motorcycles, it's every kind of motorcycle you can think of and every different kind of person that rides them. How do you establish that community where it's just everybody and anybody? Usually you find a scene of cafe racers or sports bike guys or Harley riders, something like that. This is a mix of everybody.
You know, people are here for the community. They're here to meet their friends, and you know, every step of the way is kind of meant to be inclusive.
So you guys all ride?
Yeah.
How long have you been riding for?
4 years now.
4 years, yeah, me too, about the same, 4 or 5 years.
I've been about 15 years. So
Wow.
I started when I was 13. I'm 28 now. So.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I'm 13 years.
Dang. A lot more years than I got under my belt. Have you been here before? I'm imagining you come here Sundays, yeah?
Every Sunday. This is the only thing I get to do on Sunday. That's just
a you thing. You get to chill out. And,
well, you just need fellowship with other people.
Yeah.
Who are doing the same thing.
Day 6. Wow. 1,600 miles in, 7 states, a handful of hotel rooms, a couple of campsites, and what feels like 945 fuel stops later, we made it to Kansas City. I've had such a blast. You know, this isn't easy. We're riding hundreds of miles a day on a motorcycle. And we've been fighting the rain and the wind and the heat and the cold. And I ran out of fuel inside the room. I think part of me didn't realize the extent of how difficult this would be, but at the same time, you know, there's growth to all of this. You learn so much from so many different people. The people that I've met out here in the community that's shown up here is unreal. Everybody has your back.
and it just feels really good to have that with you. And here I thought this was just going to be some 9-day, 2,286-mile kind of put up for social media thing. But it didn't turn out that way. The wind against my chest, the shade whipping over my body, through the cornfields. So much corn. The freedom of the dirt roads and the highways and the rain and the hell-hot temperatures. This is the real deal. Along the way, the people that I've met, the stories that I've heard, it's these experiences that I wanted, that I needed and searched for. To understand what makes us different is not what separates us. It's what brings us together.
This has taught me a number of things. Don't think too much ahead. Don't worry about what's going to happen in an hour or a day. Don't think about 2,200 miles. Think about what you're doing right now and just enjoy it. There's a freedom to motorcycling. When you get on, you can do whatever you please. And that was this trip.
Day 9. Here we are. The last ride to our final destination. 16 miles left. A palpable sense of jubilation in the air. We're all here. Ready. Excited. Nervous. This ride home delivered everything I thought I knew about spirituality and the importance of life, all wrapped up in 9 days of intense, miserable, bone-soaking, isolating, overwhelming, and meaningful adventure that I never asked for. And I loved every mile.